Far above the mountains, beyond clouds and moonlight, lived a small star named Lumo. He sparkled gently at the edge of the sky, watching the world below with wonder and curiosity. But while the other stars streaked across the night in glorious falls, granting wishes, lighting up skies, and earning cheers from children, Lumo stayed still. He didn't fall, not even once. The elder stars often nudged him. "Why don't you go, little one?" "I haven't found the right wish yet," Lumo replied softly, blinking his light. "You can't wait forever," they warned. But Lumo believed differently. He didn't want to fall for just any wish. He wanted to fall for the right one. Every night, he listened. He heard 1,000 voices lifting wishes into the wind. "I wish for a new toy train." "I want to be the fastest runner in class." "I hope I never have to eat broccoli again." Lumo smiled, but he waited. Then came the louder wishes, shouted from rooftops or whispered into pillows. "I wish Dad would come home sooner." "I hope Mum doesn't lose her job." "I just want us to be happy again." His glow dimmed a little. Those were heavy wishes, important ones, but still, not his. So he waited. Seasons turned. Snow fell on rooftops, flowers bloomed again, and Lumo still hadn't fallen. Other stars called him foolish. "You're wasting your light." But Lumo didn't mind. He just blinked kindly and said, "Not yet." And then, one quiet winter night, everything changed. Far below, in a small orphanage on the edge of a sleepy village, a girl named Ilara sat by her window. She was 8 years old and small for her age, with wide, wondering eyes and hair the color of pine bark. She had lived in the orphanage her whole life, and though the caretakers were kind, Ilara often felt invisible. She had never made a wish before, not really. She had seen stars, of course, and had even whispered silly things once or twice. But something inside her had always stopped her before she truly let herself hope. Until that night. She pressed her hand against the cold glass, staring up at the stars. There were so many, bright and blinking, busy and brilliant. But one was different. One was still. It blinked softly, almost nervously, and somehow Ilara felt it was watching her back. She closed her eyes and breathed in. "I wish," she began, voice trembling. Then she opened her eyes, tears clinging to her lashes. "I wish I had someone, a real friend, not a toy or a pet or a make-believe friend in my head, just someone who sees me, someone who stays." She wiped her eyes quickly. "It's okay if it doesn't come true. I just wanted to say it out loud." And then she turned away. Lumo blinked and blinked again. That wish, it wasn't loud or grand. It didn't sparkle or echo like the others. But it reached somewhere deep inside him. It wasn't a wish for more. It was a wish for someone, for connection, for being seen. Lumo knew this was the wish he had waited for. He looked down one last time at Ilara, now asleep with her head resting on the windowsill, and then with a soft breath of stardust and certainty. Lumo let go. He fell gently, not in a blaze like the others, not loud or flashy. He glowed quietly, like a heartbeat, like a whisper. The sky seemed to hush as he drifted down, and when he passed through the clouds, a single snowflake danced beside him. In the morning, Ilara woke to a strange shimmer on her blanket. She sat up and gasped. Right there, glowing faintly, nestled beside her stuffed rabbit, was a star. Not big, no bigger than her fist, but warm and pulsing with gentle light. She reached out and touched it. It was soft like velvet, but firm, like a stone full of stories. And as soon as her fingers brushed it, a warmth flooded through her chest. She didn't feel invisible anymore. The star didn't speak, but she understood. It had come just for her. From that day on, everything changed. She still lived in the orphanage. She still ate oatmeal every morning and shared her room with 3 other girls. But something inside her had shifted. She smiled more. She painted again. She read books aloud to the younger kids, and sometimes, when no one was looking, she whispered to the star she kept tucked in a tiny velvet pouch. "You're my best friend," she'd say, "even if no one else sees you." And the star would glow just a little brighter. Years passed. Ilara grew tall, with laughter that could fill a room and a heart that reached out to everyone around her. She became a counselor at the same orphanage, guiding children through their own storms of sadness and helping them believe in better days. And all the while, the little star stayed with her, sometimes glowing faintly in a pocket, other times resting beside her books at night. She never told anyone where it came from. It was her story, her secret miracle. But one night, long after the children had gone to sleep, Ilara walked outside into the snow, looked up at the sky and whispered, "Thank you, Lumo. You waited for me." Far above, in the endless sky, stars blinked and danced. But in the quiet edge of space, something shifted. The place where Lumo once sat had never been filled. Because once a star grants a wish of the heart, a true wish, its light doesn't vanish. It becomes part of the person who made the wish. Ilara wasn't just the girl who received a miracle, she became a light for others, a guide, a friend who stayed. And in every hug she gave, every tear she wiped, every child she made feel seen. Lumo shone again.